Why does she appeal to the gay community so much? What is it? Because I have struggled with this for a long time, the question. I have debated it with people. I've said, she definitely is loved by gay people, but everyone loves Kylie as well. But the deeper into her career that we get, the more I realise her success is so rooted in the support of the gay community.
Look, as a gay guy, I've just come out on radio.
Now no one will buy your book.
Yeah. Oh, no. But like, look, the reason I think the gay community took Kylie in to begin with, this is my theory, because she was, there was I don't like Kylie, hate Kylie back in the backlash, that the first backlash that happened with Kylie back in those days. The gay community have always loved Kylie. It's cool to love Kylie. And we've taken her in that regards, and she's been very supportive of the gay community. I mean, even recently when the cancer, when she first back on stage, if you've noticed, the first people she went out to was the gay community at GAY in London. Really? Yes. When she first went on stage with those flowers. Yeah. Oh, you're right. Danny, with Danny. Support. Yep. Yeah. Okay. Now I know where you're at. Yeah. So she's always been a supporter of the gay community, and we've always loved Kylie. We think we can dress up Kylie. We think she's the most. She's a doll. She's a doll. We can put her on. I can just put her on the corner of my bed. Give her a cuddle every morning and night. You know what? A lot of
the princess that every gay man wants to have.
Yeah. We just want to play with Kylie. We you know what I mean? Seriously, like I will turn for Kylie. Seriously,
I'm not sure which camp you're in now, but I think it's exactly what Michael said, that from being such an outcast in society, in the community, and that's what gay people relate to as well. That and then being embraced by people because they were outcasts.
The big underdog.
Absolutely, absolutely.
And they rallied around her.
And as Michael said, anyone that can put more glitter on.
Yeah. If in doubt, apply more glitter.
True.
And it's true to say that she's very camp, personality-wise, as well as her art. She's very camp. She's, even in Neighbours, some of the overacting, big expressions, big hair, shoulder pads.
Well, Kylie certainly makes an entrance.
True. And I remember the first time she acknowledged her gay fans, and she acknowledged it with quite a dose of surprise. I remember reading a few interviews around, I think it was around the Shocked period, and she had heard about a show in Sydney, a drag queen show. Yeah, and she started acknowledging it there, and then she went incognito to watch it, and that's where she felt a connection, let alone the fans feeling a connection. She felt the connection to them as well, and I think it's been such a symbiotic relationship ever since. Can Kylie Minogue sing? Can she sing? Be honest.
Honestly,
let's be objective.
My honest opinion is, in her early days, I think she needed some vocal training, obviously. In anyone's early careers, you listen to your stuff, you go back to any of the big stars. From where she is now to her voice now, she can sing. And she could sing earlier, but it needed to be coached along. Honestly, I think that. But her voice now is outstanding. You listen to her live, without the backing behind her, she can hold those notes. And when you see her live, to be able to sing live without anyone behind you, that's a feat in itself. But to be able to sing live and hit those notes, it's not an easy thing when there's everything else going around. So absolutely, I think that she can sing.
The thing is, I don't ever really hear her bum a note in live concert. True. I very rarely hear her bum a note. I heard her bum a note recently, and I was really excited, to be honest, because I thought, good, I like to see your human side of me.
And she's live then as well. On the flip side of that.
The Scissor Sisters, when she performed Any Which Way. There's just... when they harmonise together, the first harmonise, just a little bit. But Kylie, I heard it, and I was happy for you. And she covered it nicely, I have to say too. What about, even the fans make this continual criticism nowadays about the fact that naturally her voice is quite deep, but on her records and live, she sings quite high-pitched. Some people described it as chipmunky. Do you think she is putting on an artificial voice that she shouldn't be using?
I don't think so. I don't see the connection with the chipmunks at all. If you see Kylie live, there's no chipmunks there at all.
But if you compare intimate and live, she is deep, she's chesty, she's husky. It's very sexy. You see her sing those Impossible Princess songs in particular. Microphone, little Kylie, and a big voice. And then you hear how she sings, how she chooses to interpret some of the songs that she has nowadays. there is a helium element to it. And I wonder why she does it. Some people say it's because she had a nose job. I know that's quite offensive probably, but
I haven't heard that. That's
you have to wonder.
Yeah. I haven't heard that at all, but I think...
But do you like her voice?
I do like her voice. Of course I like her voice. Absolutely. I think that from my very limited knowledge on singing and vocals, that kind of thing, from what I understand, you use different parts of your lungs, your diaphragm, all attached to there versus the pitch of then your voice, where if you're looking up, your voice can go naturally higher. If you're looking down, it goes naturally lower. So I think that she's learnt how to use her voice in that way to be able to sing in different ways. I don't think it's chipmunk at all.
No, she's had some coaching like coaching,
vocal
coaching. She still does, and when she gets the 5 stars, she gets excited because she's. I think as each concert goes on, she just gets better and better.
And personally, I think it is such a shame that she keeps copping this criticism. And by the way, knowing Kylie the way I know her, reading between the lines in interviews, I know it hurts her. I know, especially in the early days, it hurt. And she was determined. When she went on Hey Hey It's Saturday and sung Telltale Signs, she really, really wanted to say, hey, I really can sing.
Yeah.
Jim from Neighbours, Alan Dale, I think his name was, he said everyone was shocked when she went up to that football benefit and sung that song. And the thing is, she gets this criticism even though there are so many examples that the mass public don't get to see where she is amazing. Look at that. She did a performance on a British show, Come On Strong, a few jazz numbers. Wasn't it outstanding?
Oh, that was amazing. She joined Paul McCartney, actually. This is something that we want the public to see, but we don't get to see it, or the public don't get to see it. So
if you're listening to this, get onto YouTube, type in Kylie Minogue, Come On Strong.
Yep.
You'll see a Kylie you've never seen before.
Yep. On the piano.
Curves and all.
Yep. Sexy as.
What about the comparisons with Madonna? I know for a fact, if you watch her interviews back in those days, she used to get peeved because obviously a constant question. She did it to herself. I think that she needs to acknowledge, let's get to it to her. Give us a break. She came out completely emulating Madonna's style. Has she brought it upon herself, and do you think it's warranted, the Madonna comparisons?
Yeah, I mean, when they recently, probably about 5 years ago, when they actually asked Kylie, you're the queen of pop, Kylie turned around and says, no, I'm not the queen of pop. I'm the princess of pop.
Wasn't it great?
That was amazing. That's good.
And to say that,
and Madonna's the queen.
Madonna's the queen, and
I know my place.
Oh yeah,
and I'd prefer to be a princess.
That's right. I mean, who wants to be the queen? Seriously,
that's right.
Yeah, older.
Diana and Elizabeth. Put them on a set of scales.
Absolutely.
The people. Of course, you're going to choose the people's princess.
You said that, Tim, to Madonna.
Yeah, I'm glad that Madonna isn't coming at me with one of her stilettos. She could crush me like a nut between those thighs, I've got to say. My brain will just pop out my ear.
What about, can I just interrupt there for 2 seconds? What about when Madonna wore the Kylie Minogue emblazed?
How awesome was that?
I mean, and Kylie being in the room and with her name emblazed on.
Was Kylie in the room? I'm always confused by that.
Yeah.
She was?
She was actually, there was a performance with Robbie Williams. Yeah, and Kylie performed
on
with
the same
Robbie
show,
on the same
show.
show.
Right.
They did kids, so she was there.
I wonder if Kylie was confused by that at first, though.
Whether she was making.
Is it sarcastic?
Yes, I know.
But I mean, the fact that Madonna had worn Britney before that.
I don't think Madonna does anything sarcastically, and if she does, you're going to know.
It was
not
very
subtle
clever
about it.
I love the ambiguity of it.
Yeah, absolutely.
And really, that's what Madonna works so well in.
Of course.
Even Kylie wasn't too sure what to think about it, I think. I can remember her interviews, but actually when Kylie was diagnosed with breast cancer, Madonna was one of the actual first to put something onto her website about Kylie and her...
And it was very sincere, and I have no doubt that Madonna has respect and admiration for Kylie. She's been to Kylie's shows, at least 2 of them that I know of, but she did annoy me once because she was on a radio interview, Madonna, and she was asked what her daughter Lola was listening to at the moment, and she went, ugh, and she actually made that sound, ugh. Kylie Minogue can't get you out of my head. And and the interviewer went, and Madonna went, yeah, I know. And I was offended.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I wanted to take her head between my very untoned thighs and do what I could.
But look, if you are Madonna,
If you are Madonna, expect your kid to be listening to, I guess, Madonna. But, so I can see like why she was maybe a little upset, but at least Lola had taste.
Yeah, exactly.